Had one of the worst tendies ever back in the 60s. Be me. Living in Dallas in the early mid-60s. Like to go to the range after work. Was a different time, so when I asked the boss if I could keep my old Springfield in my work locker, he had no issues. Cool guy. One day on lunch, decide to take it out and show it off to a co-worker who was getting into rifles. Dude was a recent hire, kinda twitchy, but did good work. So yeah, it takes your standard 30 calories rifle round, kicks just right, has a real smooth action, and the trigger, man, you won't believe how soft it. Bang. Shit. 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 Look in the direction the barrel was pointed. Out the window. Oh god, oh fuck. Co-worker looking at me with a lot of concern. Shit. Cycle the action and collect the casing, as was reflex for me. Shaking like crazy. God, I hope I didn't hit anyone. Trying to put the rifle back into the locker. Fumble it because I can't keep my hands steady. Quickly reach out and grab it before it hits the floor. Bang. Oh, for Christ's sake. Co-worker asks if I need a hand. Tell him to take the rifle back to my place so I have an alibi if the boss asks what all that banging was. Offer $100 for the job. This is back when that was real money, so without hesitation he takes the rifle and starts running back to my place. Close the window. Sit down. Pour a coffee and light a smoke. Few minutes later. Hear sirens. Oh no. Quickly flip on the radio to see if there's a police report on the matter. The president has been assassinated in Dallas, Texas today. What? Authorities believe they have the man responsible in custody. Oh. Well, that had me going for a second. R.I.P. old Johnny. Wasn't the biggest fan, but still unfortunate to get your brain splattered in Dallas of all places. Go back to relaxing. Finish up work hours later. Go home. No rifle. No co-worker. Dude never showed up again. Fucker took my rifle and $100 and ran. Still never seen him to this day. Pickerel is where I was working. Post strange stories. Be me. At fairly large private club range. Rural area just outside of medium city. Sometimes busy, sometimes utterly empty depending on the day of the week. Go to the rifle range section of the club. Only a few people there. Decide to set up some targets, so decide I will ask the other range goers to make the range cold when convenient for them since they were there first. Start with the guy on the left. One guy a few benches over is zeroing a rifle, minding his own business. Politely ask him if it would be alright if he pauses for a moment while I set up my targets. No problem. Now for the people to my right. Down at the very end of the firing line there are two guys standing together near the firing line. Walk toward them and ask to make the ranger cold. One of them is an old man. He responds by walking toward me with his hands on his hips. Is that what you are supposed to do? What do you mean? I ask. He just repeats the same thing over again instead of elaborating and asks what the procedure is, progressively yelling louder each time he talks. I explain I would like to make the ranger cold to set up my targets in the name of safety. Are you the RSO? No. Where is the RSO? I explain there doesn't appear to be an RSO here today since it is so desolate. I am the owner of the club, he says. Fan-fucking-tastic. He proceeds to go on about for 5 minutes about how he is a Marine etc. Eventually tells me they are not shooting down there and just doing electrical work. Me and the guy to my left are the only ones. Be me. Lurking arg during the Shanghai shivers. Hey, paint your rifle. Gets bored during lockdown. Paints rifle. Looks great. Shoots rifle. Doesn't like the texture of the paint. Strips off paint. Replaces clamshells with pick FF rail. Grip and headguard look faded from stripping. Time passes. Anger rises. Buys new grip and stock. Fin. Not directly, but had an encounter that I'd rather not repeat. Be me. Hiking in the mountains. Always carry 9mm because 2a. Cross over random peak and begin descending into valley. Very steep, so taking time. Suddenly realize I'm receiving poorly aimed incoming fire. Rounds coming from opposite hillside, cannot see shooter. Fuck me. Zip. Dump a mag of freedom pellets back toward best guess of shooters out. No more incoming rounds. Fuck off back over peak and run my ass off back to my campsite. Stop and wait a few times to check for ambush tails. No one tails me. Pack my shit and leave within 30 minutes. Never go back to camp there, again. TFW, I was in Cali and probably wandered too close to someone's grow farm before weed was legal, there. Be me. Don't go to ranges often. But also not completely retarded. Go to indoor range with my .22 Ruger. Beat up place, but it's basically a free-for-all, so it's cheap subscription. Range is empty bar one old fuck with some kind of hunting rifle on the right side. Set my blocks out, lay down, start thinking away. Halfway though, see from corner vision that said old fuck is just moseying down the range, no fucks given. Open bolt, point it to the side, hands away, get up and shout, dude, what the fuck, get off the range. Dude turns around and looks a little startled. Then fucking stomps over to me and starts giving me grief in the way only a 5 feet 7 inches beer gut fetus with a large white beard can. Full on don't you ever shit and don't fucking talk to me like that and what the fuck were you thinking and all that shit. Pretty freaked out because this was back when I had a chronic anxiety disorder, and this fuck was of another level of abusive. Red-faced, practically frothing, on me, grade you out. Nothing comes of it because I was also way taller and younger. Keep shooting until I finish my block. With them all because jittery of spontaneous hatred. Leave. Hear him grumbling to himself as I pass. Not even words, just a grr 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 grr. These days I realize he was probably just surprised and embarrassed that he walked out on a hot range, and dealt with it by putting it on me and going kids these days, but there weren't fucking dividers, and it wasn't a big range. I was in clear fucking view and maybe 10 meters away from him, on his left side. Be me. Australian range, so only 1 round mags, chambered. Shooting my Enfield. Youngest guy by at least 25 years. Wonder how fast I can fire, eject, reload and reset the bolt with just a single round. Slow at first but get faster. Get pretty quick. RSO comes over fuming, shouting about 1 round capacity, assuming I am loading more. Say I'm not and show him my hand full of bullets. Doesn't believe me, tells me to show him. Show him. After like 4 shots he yells at me and kicks me out for shooting too quickly. There are no rules about rapid fire. If you have a pistol you can mag dump. I really don't know what his deal was. God, I hate my country's gun culture. Unless you own rural land it's basically not worth it. Be me. Go to small but busy outdoor range in the city. Want to set up my targets. Think people will make the ranger cold eventually, so I wait. I don't like talking to fat people, so I don't ask anybody, I just wait. Wait some more. Range never goes on a cold break. Ask the RSO if we can make the ranger cold to set up targets. He tells me it is a steel-only range and we are not allowed to use our own targets, and acts like I am somehow stupid for not knowing this despite it being written nowhere. I ask him where it is written. I get asked to leave. Be me. Happy TA-33 owner. Shopping for new TA-33, start reading about TA-51. Same glass. We'll never have to go back to Trigicon for tritium. In dark room looking out into sunlight, just turn brightness up. In bright room looking out into darkness, just turn brightness down. No electric tape fuckery needed if you're out in the desert. Takes battery that grocery stores sell, battery life measured in years. MFW Trigicon fixed everything that was wrong with the ACOG and didn't make a big deal about it. What's not to like, Anon? The LED versions are what Trigicon would have been making from the beginning if the technology had been available at the time. I'll be sticking with LEDs from now on. Lithium AAs. Leak. I think I sold ammo to a cult leader today /k/. Be me. LGS fag, stocking shotgun shells. Guy walks in, 5 feet 5 inches-ish neckbeardy dude, balding with a fucking Minecraft shitty. Following him in R5 and 14/10 chicks, I mean tall blonde and hot as fuck. All swooning on the guy, and the dude has this smug ass look on his face. Ask him if he needs help finding anything, and one of the QT 3.14s says we need all of your 9 mil. Show them the cases I have out. About 6 cases of 1K each brass FMJs. They fucking grab all of it. Go to ring them up and each one of the QTs pulls out a credit card. They each buy 1 case and one bought 2. On the way out I tell the guy happy shooting. Fucker turns and says all things must be equal. What the fuck /k/.